It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Powerful running. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Hurts.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
Throwing is Hurts.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Dancing to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And Jones will hit the deck here, and he is able to pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Throwing, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossen. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Gainwell.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Again, it'll be Gainwell.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Kenneth Gainwell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Jones, a final shot before break. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
That is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts, and that'll be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Sanders. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another run with Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Giants. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Gano the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Watkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for Philly. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Sanders. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6, and now it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Returning it, John Ross.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Here's Jones on 1st and 10.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
Barkley, a 1st down and more. A beautiful spin and room to run. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Flushed out right. And they'll get this down to the 10.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down. Stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Jones throwing for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And his throw is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Off play action. Jones completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Jones. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Off the play fake. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 27. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations